going to be showing you the basics of the transitions on CueCut. Now this is very confusing to first start with, and I understand if you're struggling, so that's why I'm doing this. I'm doing this to help you guys understand what to do with transitions. So when you add your photo, in this case it is a mirrored photo, you double tap on the photo. Now you take your two fingers and you zoom into the middle to where it looks like a normal photo. Start to add a transition. So to open the transition, you press the wand at the bottom, then you press the plus sign. And now you're going to be led to this whole thing, and it has all different types of transitions. So if you scroll down, you get all the transitions there is, and you can test them out for yourself. I can't do it now because the video will be so long, but you can test these out. These are good transitions, but usually I recommend going for a custom transition because you have to custom your own transition. So it's basically self-explanatory. Now I'm going to try my absolute hardest to try to explain to you guys about the arrows. So there is two arrows. There's a first arrow and a second arrow, and they're two completely different sides. In this case, you are supposed to add the transition to the first arrow, but the mistake a lot of you guys do is you guys will pay attention to the arrows. So say if I add my transition, I zoom in the second arrow. Do you see how it looks weird? Okay, so the correct way to do this is you tap the first arrow and you add your whatever you want to do. You just do it to the first arrow. I'm zooming out, so I tap the first arrow, I zoom in, and do you see how it looks better? Okay, so now onto the easing types. Do you see how the transition comes outwards, like it zooms out? Do you see that? So in this case, the easing type will be circular out, and a lot of you guys get confused about this. You guys put circular in instead of circular out. So when you add a transition to the beginning of a clip, you always use the first arrow, because if you add it to the beginning of the clip, then the transition comes outwards instead of inwards. So now I'm going to show you guys an example of how you add it to the second half of the photo. So now I'm going to be covering the second transition of the photo. So say if I add it to the first arrow, the transition to the first arrow, it won't come out right. So for the second half of a photo, for the transition, you always use the second arrow. So just in case you still don't understand this, I'm going to go over it one more time. So to add a transition, you press double tap on the photo, press the wand, then you press the plus sign, then custom transition, and it leads you to the first transition of a photo. So now, since it's the first transition of a photo, you go to the first arrow, you zoom in or do whatever you want to do to the first arrow. If it is at the beginning of the clip, it is always the first arrow. There are 4 arrows in total when you add them all together, but when you just add one transition, there are 2 arrows. There's one for the beginning of the clip and one for the ending of the clip. So if it's at the beginning of the clip, you use the first arrow, and if it's at the end of the clip, you use the second arrow. So I hope you guys found this video helpful, and thank you guys so much again for 20,000 subscribers. I love you guys so much, and I appreciate you every single day. So before I end this video, let's just take a moment to appreciate this art that my best friend Kayla made for me and Gianna. I literally, this is so good. Like, I can't believe she made this. Like, I still can't believe that she's this good. So please do me a favor and follow her on Instagram. It is linked right here, and it's also going to be linked down below. So please follow her on Instagram. She is so underrated. So yeah, just give her all the love and support.